It's time now for the Peter Chill Start Off News on this late Saturday night, September 12th, 2015. And just before the Peter Chill signs off the night, a summary of the late night news headlines here on this late Saturday night. Peter Wiggins on your top news headlines at 11 o'clock here. Top story here is embrace Israel as defender to those in need. Germany welcomed at least 10,000 more asylum seekers into the country on Saturday. Washington, the company that managed Hillary Clinton's private email server, said it had no knowledge of the server being wiped, including that tens of thousands of emails Clinton said were deleted could be recovered, the Washington Post reported. Phoenix, a man questioned in a string of Phoenix freeway shootings is not the prime suspect, and investigators were pressing ahead with leads in a case that had left the city on edge for 2 weeks, that authorities said on Saturday. Fueled by heat and winds, a wildfire exploded on Saturday afternoon to 10,000 acres in Lake County, California, threatening several communities and leaving 4 firefighters with burns. Ames, Iowa. It probably made sense to paper invite presidential candidates to visit the Iowa Republican Party's tent in the parking lot before the big Iowa versus Iowa State game, as Donald Trump gets a green in Iowa like a rock star. Jeremy Corbyn wasn't elected first choice for Labor leader. John Trickett would have been close to Ed Miliband, Condescend, and Diane Abbott, who came last in the previous step to us, concentrated on who bid to become Labor's candidate. New Delhi. At least 89 people were killed and scores injured when a building that housed mining explosives blew up in central India on Saturday, a state officer reported. At least 100 people were killed when a crane collapsed at a grand mosque in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. Cairo. The Egypt President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi accepted a resignation of his prime minister and cabinet on Saturday after a series of high-profile accusations of corruption. 3 inmates are dead and 5 injured after the service at an Oklahoma prison. A spokesman for the company that owns and operates the facility said Saturday. The photo made available by the Jackson County Detention Center on Saturday shows Brittany McGar, the 24-year-old mother, was in custody after her dirty, barefoot 4 and 6-year-old children were found living in a wooden shipping crate. Los Angeles, the 33-year-old father of 3 boys found stabbed in the back in an SUV, has been booked on suspicion of murder and their deaths. A woman accused of murdering a fiancé by pulling the plug in the sky in the Hudson River in New York told the judge that she wanted him dead, according to video clip and interrogation aired by the CBS program 48 Hours Saturday. It's easy to take for granted on the Federal Reserve's ability to raise interest rates, even among the legions who doubt that the federal officials will pick the ideal moment to start increasing rates in the first time since 2008. Luxembourg political agreement and is close on a text on financial transaction after talks on Saturday between financial ministers of the 11 European Union's countries will to induce the levy. EU Economic Commissioner Pierre Moscovici told reporters. Yahoo's chief marketing officer and head of the media is leaving the company to join movie and TV studio STX Entertainment. After early wobble, U.S. stocks post modest gains. Burning all the world's deposit of coal, oil, and natural gas would raise the temperature enough to melt the entire ice sheet covering in Antarctica, driving the level up to sea up to more than 160 feet, scientists reported. Antarctic Ocean is considered as a carbon sink by climate experts that absorbs nearly 43% of the carbon dioxide generated due to human activity. Boston, 2 odd-looking Chinese soft-shelled marsh turtles raised for food in Asia have been seen south of Boston to concern they could eventually threaten the local ecosystem and make them an establishment in northeastern New England states. The bright spots in Sarasota is a large cluster of dwarf planet contrasting landscape new images of the NASA Dawn spacecraft reveal. Chipotle linked to summer outbreak in Minnesota. The idea that schools could persuade kids to eat better without making a single change in their cafeteria menus may sound pie in the sky, but the proponents have the data to back them up. As at school, a longer lunch is a more helpful lunch, study says. A major new U.S. study shows that treating high blood pressure more aggressively than usual cuts the risk of heart disease in definite people over age 50. It seems like scientists love to research the possible health effects of wine, and a new study certainly adds to the existing wealth of knowledge. Take a look at New England Insular here in Wentworth, Massachusetts, requested for box shore driver killed a water incident as they launched the boat. In Boston, Massachusetts here, person with a gunshot wounded leg on Kitteridge Street. Peter Cello News Time, 11:04. Time now for our travel report, and it's late Saturday night here at Route 1 on both ends around Gillette Stadium, and it is a little slow after the One Direction concert that just got out of Gillette Stadium, so expect a few delays here. 130 on the westbound side of Wilson around Jamestown after you cross the Newport Bridge on the westbound side of Route 138 here. Route 120 in the northbound side from Superior Road to Route 2 in Lexington near. Route 495 in the southbound side it is so from Route 93 and over to Route 3 in Tewksbury here. On Route 101 in the eastbound side up in New Hampshire, we got an accident here in Exeter, New Hampshire, so expect a few delays here, but otherwise, smooth sailing commute here on this late Saturday night here. And look at MBTA alerts here. Blue Line Express and minor delays due to signal department at Bowdoin. Silver Line National Fire Express and minor delays due to accident here. Commuter Rail, Fairman West Line due to track outage. All trains may be operating 15 to 30 minutes late. Watch for updates. And Hingham Hall ferry trip will be rerouted around 14 days due to the scheduled Long Island Bridge construction, adding 3 to 8 minutes of travel. Here, Channel News Alma, 11:06, time now for a weather report here, and looking at the radar right now, and it shows periodic bands of light rain from the South Shore stretching around Bristol County and all around there in central and western Massachusetts, and then for eastern and central portions of Connecticut and upstate New York and up to Vermont and up to New Hampshire. And stretching, covering much of spotty rain showers around the Lowell Lawrence area and around Beverly and around Ipswich here, but to the south of us, yellows and oranges, this is heavy bands of rain around eastern shores of Long Island and around off the Moss Vineyard and Nantucket coastline here, and I'm expecting the time of these storms, this one heavy band of rain to be headed towards the Warwick area in a couple of minutes here. Another cell of heavy rain headed towards New Bedford and Wareham and Falmouth in the next couple of minutes here. And we have a deluge of heavy rain showers and embedded bands of thunder around Tallinn, Connecticut, around I-84 up to Stafford Springs, up to Stafford, up in Munson and Wolverhampton and east to Ludlow here. And they're going to be headed to the northeast, so Munson, Ware, Nitrod, Burge Corner, Templeton, and Ashburnham and Gardner and Harrisville, Massachusetts will be next. All right. Seven-day forecast goes like this. Overnight, showers and possible thunderstorms before 3 a.m. Then showers likely patch back up to 2 a.m. Low around 60 degrees and southeast of about 6 miles becoming northeast at midnight. Chance of precipitation is 8%. No rain for much between the quarter and half an inch possible. Sunday, chance of showers may after 9 a.m. Patch back before 11 a.m. west. Clouds got high at 74 degrees and north at about 6 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation is 50%. No principal about between the 10 quarter inch possible. Sunday night, chance of showers may before midnight. Patch back after 11 p.m. Memorial clouds got with the grid becoming part clouds got with a low around 56 degrees and calm wind becoming west wind 5 to 7 miles an hour here. After midnight, chance of is 3%. New principal match between a 10 and a quarter inch possible. For Monday, most sites got about 72 degrees and west about 10 miles and the gust size 25 miles an hour here. Monday night, most coast got about 54 degrees and west about 6 miles an hour here. Tuesday, sites got about 81 61 degrees. Wednesday, steady sites got about 83 about 59 degrees. Thursday, steady skies about 84 about 59 degrees. And for Friday, sites got about 84 about 61 degrees. And for Saturday, sites got about 82 degrees here. Not temperature and 11:08. Light rain, 65 degrees, humidity 87%. That is going to be it for your Peter Channel late night news on this Saturday, September 2015 on the Peter Channel Sound Up News. Peter's here. Good night. See you tomorrow morning. And now the time now is 9 minutes after 11 o'clock, and it's late Saturday night here, and the Peter Channel will be sun up in the night. For now, this is Peter J. Wiz here. I hope you have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Good night. Lights. Good night.